Hey, this is WebJunior1977 here, back in the Oasis once again, of course. And if you've seen this channel once before, then you know how it's going to go. I'm going to wait till we get some viewers in here, and we'll go from there. I do have an item I'm going to show. I haven't actually uploaded the video yet for the for this item, but anyway, I'll discuss that when get some people in here. Hey, Steph, how's it going? Not sure why it's not showing all this. Oopsies. Now what I do? Not sure why it's not showing all of this. It's weird. It's not showing me all of the. Not showing me all of the screen. I see hay there. That's all I see. I'm not sure why it. See, I hear you. I gotta figure this stupid screen out. Not sure why it's. There we go. Okay, I figured it out. I was gonna say. Wasn't sure why it did that exactly. And I can see all of the message. For some reason it was cutting part of the message off. Kind of stupid. Yeah, I figured I'd do somewhat of a live stream tonight. I was going to do one last night, but I got home and I don't know. It wasn't even 9 o'clock, and I was ready to pass out. Figured I was out here, I might as well just start one up. Like the old zero sugar A&W, that's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, I hear you there. For sure. Let me show you something here, Steph. I don't know if you remember this or not, but I have to still upload my video, my pickup video on it, but I'll reveal it in my... Check it out. Do you remember this? Rob the Robot. Got a little bit of cleaning up to do on him, but check it out. I ordered his hands. I don't know if they're ever going to get to me, but I ordered them anyway. I'm about ready to cancel the order because they spent a whole 7 days in the same state. Like, I don't understand that at all. Like, there's no reason they should spend a whole 7 days. Got a wet one here to always have wet ones out here to clean this kind of stuff up. They do pretty good. Looks like we might have another visitor. Welcome. If you're one of them people that just like coming in and watching and not necessarily commenting, that's fine as well. Still welcome. We welcome everybody here for the most part, unless you're here to cause trouble and then we just ignore it. Hey, Mr. Todd, how's it going? Todimus TV, how's it going, brother? No one important. Yeah, you're important, Todd. You're important, buddy. Look at that. Mr. Rob the Robot. Check it out. Like I was telling Steph, needs a bit of cleaning. I'm here to cause trouble. I know how much trouble you can cause, too. You caused me a lot of trouble in my childhood. A lot of childhood drama. Childhood trauma. Need to talk to Dr. Phil about that. But yeah, I did. Good question for you, Todd. Do you have any idea? Do you have anybody that you know of that does 3D printing? I'll probably get them, but I bought some 3D printed hands for this guy, and I don't know whether I'm going to get them or not. They spent 7 days out in Arizona. The 8th day, they're now in New Mexico. Ooh, we gained a state. Like, yeah, that wouldn't have happened. But yeah, this thing is quite dirty. It's got a tiny bit. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's got a tiny bit of yellowing on his back, but not very much. Just on the back of his head and the top part of his shoulders. It's got a slight bit of yellowing, but other than that, from the front view, he doesn't have any yellowing at all. Yeah, Aaron does, but I think that guy's going to be busy for quite a while on Aaron's armor, so figured I wouldn't bother him. I had a couple 3D printing guys that I dealt with. And it's not like I didn't pay, pay for the stuff that I got, because I went and picked it up and I paid for it cash with no problem. And I don't know, they maybe just don't do it anymore. I have never been able to get a hold of them again. I get a hold of somebody and get a job done, and well, that's not true. I got the one guy I probably got at least 2 or 3 things from, but now I try to get a hold of them and nothing. So I'm not sure if they just don't do it anymore or what, but and it couldn't have been a change his number because it was a YouTube, a Facebook page, so I'd like yeah, probably not. But, yeah, that's definitely something I'm looking into getting one of these days as well, Todd, for sure. That would definitely make my life a lot easier. They're actually coming down in price a lot, but yeah, for sure. I think this guy is about as clean as he's gonna get. But yeah, I ordered some 3D printed hands for this guy because, like, actual hands for this guy, like the actual, the actual original hands for this guy are expensive, as you might have guessed. They're terrible expensive. Oh, hi Rosie, love you too, baby. But yeah, it's craziness. Definitely pretty crazy. But the 3D printed hands are like 19 something, and it was free shipping. But which is a damn good deal. But it's a really good deal. But if I get them, it's a good deal. If I don't get them, it's a crummy deal because I paid $20 for essentially for nothing. But, yeah, I don't know. I suppose only time will tell whether I get them or not. But, here's hoping that I do, but we know how that goes sometimes. Now it's showing that there's a third person in here, if that count is correct. So whoever that may be, welcome to the stream. And feel free to say hi. Don't have to be shy. I don't bite, and even if I did bite, it wouldn't be able to do it through this, so. Anyway. Also got my new turtles up there. I did actually do a video on them. Not sure if I showed them on the last video or whether they're on the video that I haven't uploaded yet. But for one thing, I'm gonna move my stinking keyboard. I mean, it's not quite literally. It's, you know, my keyboard doesn't literally smell, but I mean, I'm sure it smells like something, but it doesn't literally stink. But I'm moving it because so I don't hit whatever button that I've hit twice now and shut my live stream off. But yeah, got the Rob the Robot finally. I've never owned him, even as a child. My cousin owned him back in the day, and I've actually seen it work. And it was pretty awesome how it works. But I don't have all the stuff for him, which I'm not concerned with. I just wanted him for display, so. But hopefully I get the hands, and you know how that goes. If I don't get them, if they don't make pretty good progress soon, I'm just probably going to order from somewhere else and hope I get them from them, I guess. Hey, Lady Scooby-Doo, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. Well, that sucks, but I'm glad to hear you're getting better. Yeah, it's never a fun thing to be sick, that's for sure. I guess it's not supposed to be fun, but, you know. At the same time, it could be a little less miserable, I guess, huh? Yeah, I figured I'd start a live stream before I fall asleep. So, should be able to get an hour and a half out of it at least before I decide, oh, need to go to bed. But it's always strange because I'm always like, it's crazy because I'm not really ever that tired until I start a live stream, and then for some reason the live stream induces sleeping for some reason. Yeah, that's Yeah, that's definitely never a good thing. Definitely not. What was that? Do you snack before you stream? No, not usually, but once in a while I do, but like, this time I did have it wasn't the whole bag, it was like half a bag. I did have about half a bag of Chex Mix before I started the stream, but other than that, I think I'm gonna have my if anybody's ever heard of this, A-Bomb Energy. I think the factory's actually in Pennsylvania. This one is Blackout Cherry Vanilla. He's got 4 different flavors. I did a kind of a review on that before. Showed all the different ones and stuff, and the box that's up, it's above the pops up there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Game Boy, pretty awesome. Yeah, it's pretty new. Actually, right here. Here's one of his magnets. Established in 2023, so he's pretty new. Aaron orders from him all the time. Here's a A-Bomb Energy bomb. I could get the. Do you want me to show you the box, Todd? I got the box up. I got the box up there, and I got all 4 of the cans in it. They're empty cans because I've learned my lesson from displaying cans with stuff in it, especially stuff under pressure, which cans typically are. How's the stream going, by the way? Is it glitchy or crappy in any way? Or is it going good so far? If it starts screwing up, just let me know, please. But I'll get my little step stool since I'm a short shit, and I'll get that. I can't drink any energy drinks anymore. Oh, really? Stream is good. Glad to hear it. I was hoping that I wouldn't be screwed up or get screwed up. Anywho, I'm gonna grab this. I'm also gonna grab this one pop down stuff and show you that I just got. I don't know if you see my video on it, but check this pop out stuff. I'm not a real big pop collector. Like, I have some, but only because they were given to me. But some of them are pretty dang cool, like Star Wars ones, Turtles ones, which are the ones I have. I got a couple Marvels. But I thought this one was pretty awesome. Thought that was pretty neat. Check out this box, Todd. Here's got all the 4 flavors. And Opens up with a magnet. Got all of them. Got all of them in there. Had about 20. Had about 20, but left them out. Still would love to have mine. Weird eyes, I say, yeah. Nice. It has Fallout vibe. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a Fallout. It's definitely like an old timey, you know, an old timey Fallout kind of feel to it. But here's the one I'm drinking now, and these are like a lot better. I know probably everybody says this, but these are a lot better than the other a lot of the other energy drinks. They got a little bit of caffeine, but not a terrible amount. The calories, there's only 10 calories. They are sugar free, but blackout cherry vanilla, that's the one I'm drinking now. And then we have the best seller of it is orange cream meltdown. Matter of fact, blackout cherry vanilla is my favorite one. And then we have reactor red. And then the fourth flavor is kiwi fallout. So yeah, they're all pretty good. My favorite one is actually the blackout cherry vanilla is my favorite one. The one that I actually have with me. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Pretty cool box set here. And this actually came with with full drinks in it, obviously. I just put the empty cans back in because the last time I had like a Jurassic Park themed can, it was a Dr. Pepper can, and it was full, and it dropped, and it got all over my stuff, and I had to scrub it for days. Scrub the game. So I'm like, yeah, never again. You see any cans displayed up here, they're all empty. I can assure you. They're all empty. Alright. I'll put this back up. Yeah, I do have one of those, Steph. It's actually got something in it. That's why it's not in here. It's in the house. But, down low. But, yeah, I actually have one, and Mom gave it to me a while back. I did have one that was opened, I do believe, too. But I think it was in the fire, but I'm pretty sure the unopened one is still, or maybe it is the opened one. I can't remember. Pretty sure one of them is in the house, though. If it's an open one, I'll bring it out and display it. But already been filming for half an hour. Right? That's crazy. Where the heck does the time go, you know? Seems like just yesterday, my neighbor over here, they had a kid. Now he's almost a year old. He's 10 months old now. It's crazy. It's like, jeez. Time flies, that's for sure. Time seems to have a way of getting away from you, you know? But anyway, I'm going to be doing a room tour again very soon, because I have put up quite a bit of stuff since the last one. And I like going back in there and looking at the old videos and seeing, you know, what has changed. I mean, obviously I know what has changed in here because it's not that old of a building, but in my old game room there was quite a bit of stuff, and I had it for quite a few years, so quite a bit of stuff has, you know, changed, obviously. So but it's cool to go back and check out, you know, how I moved stuff, what I put up, you know. It's pretty cool. I do actually have something else that I can show on camera here I forgot all about. I'll probably do a video of an unboxing of it in the near future. A good friend of mine at work, I used to buy her Batman stuff all the time, and she used to buy me Superman stuff all the time. Of course, all of the Superman stuff she bought for me is gone, obviously. I don't have anything Superman right now, I don't believe. That I'm aware of, at least. I might have one little Superman figure somewhere. Yeah, I have one Superman figure up there. It's not really a figure. I'll use that term loosely, because it's not really a figure. It's just like a kind of a statue. But I actually did give her some more Batman stuff here, and she gave me this here. I think she used to sell Sensi stuff. And yeah, check this out. It's an R2-D2 Sensi warmer. That thing's pretty awesome. I definitely I haven't ever taken it out of the box yet, so I'll be anxious to see what that's all about. I mean, I know what it's like, what it's supposed to be and everything. But we gotta find a place to sit it, obviously. So yeah, that'd be cool to set up, and I'll probably even use it. I mean, who you know, why the heck not, you know? I'd have to buy the stuff for it, but Louisville Slugger. Wow. But yeah, figured I'd do at least an hour. I've got over half an hour already, which is strange. But figured I'd do at least an hour. Don't want to go too long because people might actually come in later and watch some of my videos if I don't drag them on too long. It's weird because any content creator would know pretty much, but like shorts and stuff that are, you can do a 3-minute short now, but it used to be a minute. I think you had to keep it under a minute or under, but now you can do a 3-minute short. They seem to get the most views. It's weird. It's crazy how that works. So that's why I'm trying to focus a little more on shorts than I have been in the past, because it's actually, you know, working out pretty good, pretty successful at actually getting more views and stuff and more subscribers. So obviously I'm going to be doing another giveaway at 900 subscribers, but I'm not really going to advertise that right now because I'm so far from it that it's not even funny. But so I'll definitely be advertising that as I get closer to 900, obviously. But yeah, it's weird. It's strange which ones get views and which ones don't get views. It's really weird. But I do have a few ideas that I'm actually looking at right now of shorts I can do. So I got my one short got like 3.4 thousand views so far. So that's weird. It's weird which ones get views and which ones don't. I mean, I understand why the shorts get more views, just because more people are going to click on them, especially if they're titled something that, you know, will catch their eye. You know what I mean? Like a certain game or a certain show or something that has to do with that short, certain topic. They're going to click on it, and then the minute they click on it, they're going to give you a view no matter whether they watch a couple seconds of it or the whole thing. So it's like, just my wife just sent me a message that April 10th through the 12th, Adam Savage is coming to a Comic-Con in Pittsburgh. So that's pretty dang badass. Like, I would definitely like to meet Adam Savage for sure. All the cool stuff he does. Trying to think if there's anything else. Don't think there's anything else, but I could be wrong. If there's anything else, then I'll have to do it on the next live stream, or probably just do a video of it. But haven't got anything new for a little while. Not sure I really did a video on everything I have in here though, but Oh, really? Yeah, I love that show. I do. What do you watch out on Discovery Channel stuff? I can't get Discovery Channel, but buy it for me. Yeah, I can't get Discovery Channel. I'm sure it comes on the Discovery Channel, but I'm just not sure where you watch it on. I know there's a Discovery Plus app, which is pretty awesome, but that's one that we don't have, so might think about it in the future though, because that would definitely have a lot of stuff that I would watch. We're also thinking about getting better internet because apparently now, and back me up on this, Todd, if you're still in here, what you think about it. I'm thinking about getting fiber optic internet. Never had fiber optic internet, but Sandy, my wife, if you don't know who that is, I'm sure all of you probably in here probably do know that by now. But she, oh, Roku channel. Huh. I'll have to check that out. She's like, she said that everybody's raving about it in town. But the only, in the town I live in, but the only problem with that is that most of, if not maybe everyone in town, they don't use the bandwidth that I do. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, and what, what level of service do they have? You know what I mean? Because my sister-in-law was like, "Oh, you need to get our internet. It's got 400 megabits per second." I'm like, that wouldn't help. That wouldn't cut it with what I do. 400 meg. I know Todd knows about. I don't know who else knows about that kind of stuff. But 400 megabits per second isn't a lot. To some people, it's a lot. Like, I got a couple friends that are getting like crap. So that would be a lot for them. But 400 megabytes a second isn't a lot when you consider how many devices are on it, and how much bandwidth you actually need to, say, like, play a game on your PlayStation or computer, or do a live stream, stuff like that. So, oh yeah. See, we're supposed to have 1400 megabits per second right now. Um, it's what we're supposed to have. But realistically, obviously, like on gaming consoles, you're never going to get that ever, no matter how much you try. Um, I'm not sure what. I haven't done a test in a while on my computer to see what I actually get on it. It's hardwired, so obviously I'm going to get closer to that number. But they're claiming that with this new fiber optic from Frontier, which is owned now by Verizon, which we have Verizon service. Supposedly we can get like 6 months of it for free if we sign up. So, but I don't know what that entails. Like, do I get a year's worth of 400 megabits per second, megabytes per second, or which service do I get 6 months free? You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather pay for a more expensive service than to get 6 months for free if it's not going to work for me. You know what I mean? But it's definitely, we're definitely going to look into it, I'm sure. But I'd have to do the speed test on my computer, which I can't do obviously right now, but once I jump off here, I'm going to do the speed test on my computer and see what I'm actually getting on it. And then I guess go from there. Well, I mean, obviously, I don't think I said my whole sentence, but apparently they're advertising with this new fiber optic high speed, like we can get up to 7,000 megabits per second. Now, again, obviously, with your gaming device or your mobile devices, stuff like that, you're never going to get that. But if it's better than what I have now, which I'm pretty confident that it will, then we might go for that. But the other thing is that I want to look into getting our own modem and router, because we've had modem router combinations that they rent us. First of all, we have to rent them. We have to pay per month. I'd rather just, if they have the option to do so, just buy my own. That way I don't have to pay a monthly fee to have the modem / router. Secondly, the modem router combinations, at least back the last time we had one, are garbage. They're pretty hot garbage. And I'm not a tech guy, really. I'm more of a hardware guy. I can do some technical stuff, but I normally build PCs. I don't really do... I mean, I do the software, but I don't know... I'm not like a software tech. I'm not a tech of anything. But, just an amateur, really. But I, asked the guy up the road, and he is a technician. He's a certified technician, and he's worked with a number of companies. And he told me the modem router combinations are junk. Don't even mess with them. Just get rid of it. He said just send it back to the company. Go buy your own, and you'll be much better off. And boy, was he ever right about that one, because that one was junk. Now this has been years ago. This has probably been 10 years ago. So they may have improved. I don't know, but I'd still rather buy our own and not have to pay the monthly fee, because it'll pay itself off eventually. If I'm not paying like $10 a month or whatever it is to rent theirs, nah, that's fine, that's good. The only upside to that is if it screws up, they have to replace it. But have you looked into Starlink? Yeah, see, I'm not sure. I don't think. But obviously it's the same case with you, Steph, because you're in, the far reaches of the galaxy as well. More so than I am, honestly. But I always joke about this place being like off the beaten path. And the reason I'm not saying what I want to say right now is because I'm pretty sure Rosie's listening. But I always joke about, like, if you come to visit me, don't hit the pipe, or it'll get really dark really quick, the pipe they use to pipe the sunlight in with. But I'm pretty sure Steph's more off the beaten path than I am. But so I don't know what services they actually provide. I know Frontier does, though. I've been getting a lot of flyers from Frontier. So Jeff has it because of work from home, and it's great. His mom always has. Yeah, isn't it like some sort of device you plug in and it goes off of satellites, obviously. And I'm not saying anything against it because I don't really know it, but from experience, as far as like a fixed satellite on the ceiling of roof of a house or building, I haven't had much luck with one of those. The Starlink's probably better just because It's more of a portable, you can move it around wherever the hell you want to move it around to. So it's probably better, and it's obviously new technology, so I'm sure it's probably a lot better than what I remember, like satellite stuff being. But I know that a lot of people have like a portable one. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. I'm sure there's like one for just for your house, and then there's probably a portable job. I know there's definitely a portable job because I watch and I'm not sponsored by him at all or anything, but I want to advertise his channel, Kent Survival, like as in Clark Kent. You know, that spelling, Kent Survival. Check him out if you like survival stuff. Like, he's not like, okay, I'm gonna go kill this elk and gut it out. You know, not that kind of survival, but he tests out like tents and wood stove, like hot tents and all kinds of cool stuff. He does a really good job. He's British. I want to say British, English, whatever. I'm pretty sure he's English or British. That might be the same thing. Hell, I don't know. But he does a lot of good stuff. So, hey, welcome to the channel. How's it going, buddy? Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to see you too, brother. Glad you could make it. I think it was like 120 startup. That's not bad. And 80 a month. It's a panel, yes. Ours is mounted on the garage because we are overloaded with fall trees out here. Yeah, it's like a little portable job. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's where I saw it from Kent Survival, actually. He actually takes his out because he's out in the boondocks a lot of times, camping, and he can't get service and stuff, so he uses that. Feels good. Yeah, how's it going, brother? I appreciate you stopping in. I don't know if have you been in here since the new game room? I'm not sure if you have or not. This is all new game room. I'm not sure if you've been in a live stream since you probably have, but because I've actually been in here for a while now, but starting to get back to where I was, starting to. I have been a fan for the last year. I appreciate it. Oh, you've only been a fan for the last year. Okay, so you probably haven't seen the other game room. I mean, you probably might have seen it in streams, but this is all new. This is an all new shed, an all new building right here. My previous establishment burnt to the ground and everything with it, unfortunately. But well, I appreciate that. I do. I really do. Really appreciate the support. That's for sure. But yeah, it's a shame all this stuff that got destroyed in the last stream. But I'm slowly getting back to where I was. Still got a long ways to go, but it's not necessarily about the destination, it's more about the journey, right? I mean, it's what they always say. So I trying to get back, But yeah, we're coming up on an hour already. That's craziness. Our universe is all. Yeah, you got it right. You got that right. You definitely got that right. But yeah, I just grateful for what I have. I'll check this out. You haven't seen this. I just picked this up not long ago. I did a video on it, but I haven't uploaded it yet. I did order some 3D printed hands for this guy, but whether or not I'm going to actually receive them, I don't know. I have no reason to believe I'm not going to receive them, really, but it's just kind of strange that I bought them from a place in Arizona, and 7 days later, they're still in Arizona. Why? Just today is the 8th day that since I ordered them, and they're now in New Mexico, which is one state over. Yeah, that's old Rob the robot. I didn't get all the stuff with him. I just got the unit itself. Unit. It's only got a little bit of yellowing on the back of his head and the shoulders. These are really known for yellowing. But the front of it is pristine. Like, there is no yellowing. And even the bottom base of it, all the way around, up to, like, the bottom of his shoulders, there's no yellowing at all. So it's, it's pretty nice. Don't think it works. I put batteries in it. The batteries go down here. I put batteries in it, and it doesn't do anything. So that I'm not concerned with, because I'll never use it. Even if it works, I wouldn't use it anyway. So, not to mention I don't have all the parts for it anyway, so it's kind of, kind of like having the drink and don't have a cup to put it in. But even if I had all the stuff for it and it worked, I wouldn't be using it anyway, just for looks, Not sure why the one hand. I have OCD, and the one hand, what would be his left arm, which would be the right arm, the right side for you guys, it seems to fall a little low. I'm surprised Nintendo has not made a new AI-powered Rob. They remade the Virtual Boy. Yeah, I would love to get my hands on that Virtual Boy. Is that Virtual Boy out now, Todd? Is it like for sale now, or is it still not been, or has it not still been released? Shout out to my internet wife. Her name is Crystal. Yeah, for sure. If you want to drop her, if she has like a channel or a YouTube channel or something, feel free to drop it in the comments. No problems. I like advertising people's stuff. I'm not sure if you have my Facebook or whatever, but you could even send it to me and I could put it in the comment section. I would put it in the descriptions like I have all the rest of them with no problem at all. I have it's about 165. 165. Isn't it like a It's not a standalone console though, right, Todd? Doesn't you have to have a Switch, right? Switch or a Switch 2 that goes in it, if I remember correctly. Not that that's a problem. I have the Switch, but that wasn't in my previous shed and burned up, so. But yeah, if you send it, you put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section, and you know, if somebody wants to subscribe, then feel free. Also, you can't do it with this original Switch. Don't You need to switch to, then the games are on the Switch. You have to put your face into it. Well, yeah, I know that, but I mean, okay. It does work. Oh, it does work on both Switches. I thought it did. I thought the original Switch worked, but there's like a cardboard version which I would never buy. I mean, I would just buy their, you know, made in Gen X. I had mom get me my first NES. How long ago was that chat? What do you mean the chat? How long ago was what chat exactly? 1985 or so. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon too, Lady Scooby Doo. That's definitely no fun to be sick. That's for dang sure. It's definitely how long ago? 1985. Yeah. The original NES was 85. Yeah. The Game Boy was 89. The NES came out a year after the first Ghostbusters. This came out the year of the second Ghostbusters. I did fix my Game Boy Color. You could see that in previous videos that I've uploaded. I put the new screen protector on there, and I did fix it. I did resolder a new speaker. Yeah, it's been some years ago, that's for sure. Without a doubt, it's been some years ago. A lime green. I had a game just like that, but mine was lime green. Huh. Oh, you're talking about this. The Game Boy. Yeah. Those are actually worth more money, I believe. They're the different colors. If you can get your hands on one. I had a lime green one, but it didn't work. I think I might have gotten it to work at one point, but of course they all burn up in my other game room, of course. But, you know, I don't actually have a Game Boy now. I have Game Boys, but not the original. Oh, really? That's where my brother-in-law and sister live at now. He's originally from Detroit, but they're both living in Detroit right now, so. This would be the first year Game Boy came out. Yeah, 89 is the first year, yeah. 85 is the year Jeff was born. Oh, okay. He was born when the original NES came out. Game Boy Color. Yeah, I have a Game Boy Color. I'll show you my Game Boys that I actually have. Oh. I have the Game Boy Advanced SP in blue. I have the original Game Boy Advance. It has like a third-party screen cover on it. I have one that you can literally see Game Boy Advance on it, but I haven't replaced it because this one's actually in good shape. It's just so. And of course, I have a copy of Super Mario Brothers 2 in there. Oh yeah, and then the Game Boy. And of course, in the Game Boy Advance SP, I have Mario 3. I'd love to get a screen mod for my Game Boy Advance. I love the form factor of this better, but I'd love to get a screen mod to turn it an LCD screen so it's actually backlit. That would be badass. And I also have my Game Boy Color that I just fixed in red. The battery cover's slightly a different shade, but that's fine. Had to buy it separate, but let me get caught up with the comments here. Oh, you have a Game Boy Pocket. That's cool. The sound is busted. It probably needs a speaker, to be honest. That's more than likely what it needs is a speaker. But I can fire this up right now, and you guys can hear it. I'll probably put a my Ninja Turtles game in there, so it won't be copywritten. I don't want to. It's got a Zelda game in it now, so I think it can be fixed. It can. It just needs a new speaker soldered on. It's not that big a deal. The ice version, yes, this one is. Yes, you're right. The blue ice version, yep. I had one of these too when they first came out. I really love this. I love the form factor of it because I love that this one lights up, but it cramps your hands up after a while. This is a whole lot better, you know, for playing long periods of time. But I'd love to get a light up screen for it. That would be awesome. I'd be playing this thing all the time if I could do that. You know what I mean? And this has a great screen in it. Or a great, this has a great speaker in it. But I actually soldered a new one in my Game Boy Color. Let's see. I can have had if I find a good person to mod it. Yeah, yeah, the headphones. Yeah, the headphones will work. Yep. But the speaker's busted. Yeah, because the headphones bypass the wires to the speaker, basically. So it's basically what they do. So pinky press. But I'll get my Turtles game here. Here's my replacement screen for my Game Boy Advance. Oh, it froze up there a little bit. I have some batteries somewhere. Here they are. We'll give this a test. I didn't really listen to it a lot because I did a video on it and I didn't want to. Here's the game I have in there, and if I play this game and I could possibly get a copyright on it. But this has a brand new label on it. It didn't have a label before. I paid $60 for this without a label. So that's how much this game's worth. But I got a label for it and put a new label on it. I'll put the I got the Turtles in here. I'm gonna put the Turtles in here if it focuses. Fall of the Foot Clan. We'll see what it sounds like. Ooh, my battery's corroded. I'm not gonna put that battery in there. Oh, it already has batteries in it. I guess I better take them out. I don't want them corroded in there. Let's see what it sounds like. You ready? If I can find the power button. Ultra. It's not very loud though. That's as loud as it goes right there. I mean, it's plenty loud if it's right in front of your face. But nope, I think I bumped it. I think I need to clean that game. I definitely need to clean that game up. It's giving me a little bit of problems, but I'll show you what this one sounds like and how loud this one is. Where's the volume slider on that? Now listen to how loud this one is. This one probably has a louder speaker anyway, but wait a minute. I think I need to clean that game too by the sound of it, by the looks of it. Huh. There we go. Well, that's weird. Let me put the battery pack on it, maybe. There we go. Yeah, see, that's a good bit louder, actually. I think the batteries are a little low, though, by the looks of it. Let me change out these for the other ones. My favorite was Wario and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Makes me go into my youth. Mine is a Game Boy Pocket. Game Boy Pocket's pretty awesome, yeah. Yeah, they're definitely small, a lot smaller. I think they take AAA batteries. The smallest one is the Game Boy Advance Micro. Those are expensive consoles, though. A buddy of mine has one. I haven't gotten it off of him yet, because I gotta clean these games up by the looks of it. Might as well do that while I'm here, because they're not going past the screen. I have one of... let me get my isopropyl alcohol. I recommend 91%. Don't recommend drinking it, though. That'd be a bad idea. Wrong kind of alcohol. I don't even drink the other kind of alcohol. I sure as heck not going to be drinking this alcohol. I wish I was... Yeah, they would definitely be worth some cash. Let me give this a good cleaning here. Oh, yeah. Got some dirt in that. Don't recommend technically blowing in cartridges, even though the old myth of the NES cartridge blowing in, it doesn't help. Trust me. You might just, you have to watch how you blow into it. You don't blow spit into it. Yeah, better not drink that. That's for dang sure. Let's see if it works better now. Well, we got the Nintendo under there. That's a sign. That's a good sign. Let's go. Okay, well this one's not any louder. Unless this one's ready to take a crap. Might have to solder a new one in this, to be honest. I see a ghost buster up there. See a Ghostbuster pack. Well, that one had a little bit of dirt in it, but nothing that big. Yeah, blowing into it is not okay, but what you gotta do if you do blow into it is don't blow any moisture into it. As long as you're not blowing any moisture into it, then you're fine. You gotta make sure you don't blow any spit into it. As long as you're not blowing spit into it, then you're good. Let's see what... Oh, yeah. See if it sounds any louder. It might be slightly louder, but not much. But yeah, the big myth on it, of you blowing into it and it helps, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I can show you exactly what does help, though, if you want me to. If you have an original NES, I can show you the trick. As long as your cartridge is clean, I can show you the trick that 99.9% of the time, if you do it this way, it will work. If you want me to show you, let me know. I can grab my NES and show you. I never knew that. This is kids. Exactly, and then you damaged them. Oh, look, that one had... I don't know if that'll show up on the screen or not. It's got a fuzzy. That's another thing. You can't leave any of this fuzzy... Oh, you can kind of see how dirty it is compared to that side. Can't leave any fuzzies in there either. Okay, let me show you exactly what you need to do. If you have an original NES, it's going to take a second to get this down here, but bear with me here. here's the original. Here's the OG NES. Okay. Alright, so here's the OG NES, right? Here's what you need to do. See if I can get a good shot of this. Okay, so when you put your cartridge in there, right? And this has got a brand new pin connection in it, so it's a little tough to get it back in there. But when you push it in there, right? That little notch right here, put your fingers in it and move that cartridge side to side in there. And that will, because when you put a cartridge in there and you push down on it and it does this flashing screen, or it does like, you know, it's all screwed up on your screen, chances are the reason that that's happening is not because of dirt in there. It's because all them pins aren't actually making contact. So I'll show you one more time here. I don't have to take it out, but put your finger there and push your cartridge side to side like that. And guaranteed that that's going to, if your cartridge is clean, obviously, if your cartridge isn't clean, that pin connection is tight. That's what she said. But it's got a brand new pin connector in it, so we used to make it rub a little. But yeah, if you do that, as long as your console is clean, your cartridge is clean. Got a little spot here. As long as your cartridge is clean, that'll help. What's that? This don't work neither? What do you mean? What doesn't work? But yeah, unless there's something wrong with your cartridge or your console, of course, then obviously that's not going to work. But then you might need a repair, obviously. But back in the day, we just thought, blowing to the console or blowing to the cartridge because there could be dirt in there or whatever. That it never actually helped. And if it did work after that, it was just purely a coincidence that it worked. It wasn't because you blew into your cartridge. And sometimes you might remember blowing into the cartridge and it being worse or not being any better. That's because truly it didn't help. But in reality, it didn't actually help. Yeah, it's like a chemical reaction, but the only problem with that is there isn't really. I'm not saying it's not worth removing the yellow, but the yellowing, if you look it up, the yellowing doesn't only affect the color of the console, it also affects the durability of the plastic. So even if you restore and you take the yellowing off, that plastic is going to be really, really brittle, and it's probably not even worth restoring. It's like what I've done in the past, which doesn't help either, is to paint it, which, it's still going to be, susceptible to breaking. It's not going to fix the durability of it. Nothing can after that. Unless you get like a clear shell or something, or a cool shell to put it in or something. Because they do make new ones, but yeah, they use some sort of peroxide baking soda combination. I'm not exactly sure everything that's in it, but I would probably give it a shot just to see if it how well it works to get rid of the yellowing, but in reality, it's not really worth doing in a way, just because it's probably going to break anyway. Just because those, like I said, that the yellowing, it compromises the plastic, and chances are it's going to break anyway, unfortunately. But I'm not saying don't try it, but yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's vinegar as well. Yeah, I believe possibly baking soda, peroxide, and vinegar combination. There's a few different brews, few different recipes to try, I think. But honestly, I would just leave the yellow, like you said. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even worry about it. People that collect those things, they pretty much expect it to be yellow. As a matter of fact, some of them probably won't. I mean, I don't know if you'd be able to tell whether or not it's been fixed from being yellow, but what's that mask? Oh, do you see the mask vehicles in the background? Oh, there's one behind my head. There's a mask vehicle here. I have some mask up here above me. Silverhawks, yeah. I used to have a ton of Silverhawks. I wish I still had them, but they're gone. But yeah, the yellowing, a lot of people thought that it was because of someone smoking around it. It had nothing to do with smoking around it. It was, although I do not recommend smoking around any console, especially if it's a new console like your PS5 or PS4 or Xbox, because of the fans in them. It'll suck the smoke right in there, and it'll ruin your console eventually. I've pulled plenty of consoles apart that people smoked around, and they were horrible inside. I mean, horrible. It'll kill your console quick. That's why I have no smoking on my door. Some people don't understand that. Like, they'll see no smoking, and it might get a little huffy with you, but guess what? This is my shed. I own this shed on the property that I own, and all this crap in here I own. So if I say no smoking, guess what? Go outside and smoke. You know what I mean? I don't have anything against smokers. I don't smoke. I used to when I was when I was younger, but at the same time, don't smoke around my shit. Sorry, that's just my rule, because I spend way too much for this stuff. Hey, what's going on, Mr. transaaron 38? What's going on, brother? But yeah, the freaking people spend way too much on this stuff. But some people think that, if you gotta smoke. Oh shit, yeah, exactly. That's my motto. Like, why smoke, around this stuff? That's not a good thing. Mr. Rob the robot says, don't smoke. That's no joke. But anyway, I mean, if you smoke, that's one thing. I mean, I'm not gonna say, hey, you need to stop your smoking. That's your business if you want to smoke. But smoking around my stuff is my business. No thanks. But it wasn't the smoking that yellowed it. It was a chemical reaction with, when it hit sunlight. Too much sunlight. You know what I mean? This was probably sitting on someone's stand, and there was a window back here, and it got yellow here and yellow here, and nothing else got yellow. You know what I mean? So it tells me it was sitting there, the sun was shining in, it was hitting hitting it right here and not hitting it where it's not yellow, and that's what happened, you know. Oh yeah, look at this, Aaron. But yeah, I was gonna do a stream last night, Aaron, but I was like, ugh, I was so damn tired, I think. Or, no, I don't think. I know I was. I don't know why. I was so damn tired, but it wasn't, it was like 8:30 last night, and I was like dead to the world. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to do any kind of stream now. But, yeah, I'm about ready to jump off here now. It's been an hour and a half. I don't like these going too long because it's kind of no point in a way because nobody's ever going to come back on here and watch this. But I'll go for a few more minutes if anybody has anything else to talk about. Feel free. But yeah, I ordered freaking hands for this, 3D printed hands for it, but I don't know how long it's gonna. I'm gonna check on that before I jump off to see. I can give you the exact time frame here, which is going to blow your mind. But okay, so I'll hit tracking. Okay, it's still in north. Yeah, north. I don't know why I want to keep. I don't know why I want to keep calling it North Mexico, New Mexico. It's still in New Mexico. But if you look here, it's March 6th started the tracking. It started out in Sierra Vista, Arizona, right? And then we go to 9th, 10th. To the 9th and the 10th, it was still in Sierra Vista, Arizona. And then somewhere on the 10th, it went to Tucson, Arizona. And then 11, 12, it was still there. From 12, somewhere in 12, somewhere between morning and evening of March 12th, it went to Phoenix, Arizona, and all the way up to the 13th, and now it's saying it's in Tucumcari, whatever the hell that is. It's now in New Mexico, and then March 14th it says in transit to new facility. So we'll see where the hell that is. I think I'm going to get them, but it's just a big rigmarole, you know. It's kind of like, really, you know. But here's the 3D printed hands that I'm getting for them. As you can see, the one on this side is his left hand, and that one's his right hand. So it's spent 7 days in Arizona. 7 days. And Arizona's not even that big of a state, for God's sakes, like, especially horizontally. Who's Jeff? But I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why it's been 7 days in the same state. You know what I mean? It just drives me batty. And then what really drives me crazy, and I'll tell this little story before I jump off here, but what really drives me crazy is when you sit there and watch it, and we'll say it was in Nebraska, okay? And you see it slowly coming from west to east, and the next one you see, when you look at it, it says Ohio. Okay, it's like, ooh, it's a state. It's a state to the west, you know what I mean? One more state to the east is Pennsylvania, right? So then you look at it a day or two later, and it's in New Jersey. Really? It went from Ohio to New Jersey. You literally, not literally, but you pretty much drove right past my house. Like, what? Why? Why go from Ohio to New Jersey and then back to Pennsylvania? Why not just stop in Pennsylvania? Like, why? And then people wonder why it costs so much to ship stuff. That's probably why. Because they're taking them all over the place. Like, it's ridiculous. It's funny to watch because, like, if you were... It would be stupid to do, but say I send a message to my next door neighbor, it would probably go all the way to Harrisburg and then come back. Like, really? Because literally all you got to do is put it in their mailbox. I mean, I can't do it because that's a federal offense for me opening someone else's mailbox. But if I take a letter down there and I mail it to the next door neighbor, which again would be stupid because I could just leave it on their doorstep, they could just take it and put it in their mailbox. And I already paid for postage, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it would go like Harrisburg or wherever, and then come all the way back. Again, you'd be stupid for doing it, but just for, you know, just for instance, that's how the mail system works. Like, really? But anyway, not tired of talking by any means, but oh, we got 38. I'll go to 2 hours. I'll go to 2 hours and then jump off. I had a package go from Delaware to Kansas, then to me in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that makes no sense. And another thing I've had happen is, say I'll buy something from, let's say, not even quite sure, I'll say Indiana, which is the next state. You know, you got Ohio and Indiana's on right to the west of it, right? I'm pretty sure it was actually Indiana, but it was a state adjacent to that. Like, it was that close, right? Not close, but close enough that mail should be there in a couple of days, right? So I'd buy something in Indiana, and it took a week to get to me. A week, right? From Indiana. 2 states to the west. We're talking 10 hours worth of driving, right? Which is a good bit of driving, but for a male person, it's not that much. But anyway, and the next time I'll buy something in California, to me in 2 days. 2 days from California, which is on the other side of the country. 2 days for that, but a whole week from Indiana. I mean, I understand it's probably, not probably, it's a different company that's shipping these things and different people, you know, moving them around and all this stuff. But really? And I don't know what everyone else's experiences are, so I can't vouch for everyone. But I would highly recommend, if you didn't have to use FedEx, do not use it. In my area, if somebody says, hey, I'm getting something delivered in FedEx, I'll be like, all right. If it winds up on my porch, I'll bring it to you. Because that's probably what's going to happen. Because they have no clue where to deliver the stuff. Like, I buy stuff from Facebook Marketplace all the time. A lot more than I should probably, actually. Case in point. Facebook Marketplace, right? And I'm not like the smartest person in the world. And I'm never going to say that I am. But all you got to do is GPS it. GPS it, people. Just GPS it. GPS is sometimes unreliable too, I get it. But you're going to at least get within 100 feet of the frickin' house. Not the other end of town, for God's sakes. Like, FedEx ground is the worst. It may get within 2 weeks. Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing. FedEx does not have a standard. They do not have a standard. Okay, so we need to get this You know, like, say, McDonald's has a standard, right? I'm not saying all McDonald's are great, and you're never gonna and you're gonna get a great experience at every McDonald's you go, because that involves the people actually doing their jobs, not actual McDonald's themselves. But they actually have a standard. Okay, somebody comes around that window through the checkout. I don't know what it is. 3 minutes, I think. I want to say 3 minutes, but I'd have to Google it. But I'm sure anyone in this chat is capable of Googling. But I think it's 3 minutes. All right. Now, is it always going to be 3 minutes? Nah. But they have like a standard to where you come through that drive-through and you order something. You're supposed to get your food within a certain amount of time. FedEx does not have that. They do not have that standard. Look it up. They do not have a standard of, okay, so we're going to get this to them in a certain amount of time. Right? So, and UPS does. They have a standard. UPS delivers to me every single time. Right to my door. Right to my door. Steve. I know the guy's name. Right? Right to my door. Guy says, hi. How you doing? You know. Right to my door, and it's never delivered to the wrong house. Or somewhere stupid. Like, even sometimes when it's delivered to the right house in FedEx, when they screw up and they actually deliver it to the right house, they put it in the dumbest places. Like, the dumbest places. Okay, and then also a good buddy of mine that recently passed away here, Mr. Robbie Young. Watching you, brother. Or I'm sure you're watching me, I should say. Who is Iron Cobra Commander on here. Mr. Thomas. Yeah, Thomas. Mr. Totemus TV is keeping that alive. And I'm pretty sure it was FedEx. And again, this doesn't really reflect on FedEx themselves, but rather their drivers. I don't know how many times. You can vouch for me, Todd. Yeah, Todd, you can vouch for me. This man here has sent him tons of stuff, and how much percentage of stuff there at the end? Someone took it out and put something stupid in there, took a figure out and replaced it with something. And I know that's the individual people that work there. That shouldn't reflect on FedEx themselves, but at the same time, it's a bad experience, that you're having from this company. So it's like, try to get it delivered UPS, UPS or just regular mail, whether it's snail mail or not. At least it has a chance of getting to you, I swear it's crazy, some of these, but out here FedEx, no thanks. My buddy just up the road, just right across the road from me, he had a phone delivered. Well, he was supposed to have a phone delivered to him from Walmart. I don't know what job. I think it was FedEx that delivered that. They delivered it to, like, the house down over the hill. Like, not even close to his house. I mean, sort of close, but had, like, 3 things stolen and at least 4 things swapped. Yeah, there we go. They were some of them were stolen altogether, and other things were swapped. Yeah. Yeah, he did live in a bad area as well. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, Todd was sending them all kinds of cool stuff, and thankfully a lot of it got there. Hell, I sent him a Cobra vehicle, and it never got to him. I don't know what happened to it. But I think that might have been stolen off his doorstep, or it could have been delivered to the wrong person, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm not telling the person that it got delivered to me. I'm just keeping it, And that, if it was delivered to the wrong person, then that reflects on the company, Also, I think it was FedEx, but I can't remember. Again, this really shouldn't reflect on FedEx themselves, but rather the drivers in that area. They have a standard where they take a picture of something. A lot of times you get those pictures and they are blurry as hell. It looks like a Sasquatch photo. You know what I'm saying? Like, back when I was 10 years old, you know what I mean? You needed 800 800 freaking, I can't even remember what the heck they called it, but you know what I mean, 800 film or whatever to try to get this motion picture, you know, and it still was blurry. Sometimes they're blurry as hell pictures. Other times you've seen people's ring cams, like door cams, of like where they set the package down, they snap a picture of it, and then grab it and leave. Like, oh, well, see, there's the picture of, I left it on your doorstep, but then their video caught them picking the package back up and stealing it and leaving. And now they're like, okay, there's my picture, there's my proof that I put it by your door. But then, of course, take it. So, again, the stealing part, that reflects on the actual worker. I realize that. That doesn't reflect on the company themselves. Unless they know what's going on and do nothing about it and don't fire the person or something, then it reflects on them. But it's ridiculous, some of these companies doing that. But I hope that everybody here, it's not going to happen, but I hope that everybody here has great experiences from here on out and forever ordering stuff. But yeah. And then don't even get me started on the Facebook Marketplace. I love Facebook Marketplace, don't get me wrong. Most of the time, the reason I don't like it is because I'm an idiot and I look all the time and spend too much money. But who doesn't do that sometimes? But anyway, I've got burned on there a couple times. Not really burned, but kind of. Getting shelves and stuff. Ugh, man. Went down there, stood in front, or not stood, but sat in front of this guy's house for like an hour. Never showed up. I'm like, well, hell with this. Left. Then I went and got one of their GPS, because anybody that knows my area, cell phone service sucks. If I go that way, which I guess is north, if I go north, it's fine. Well, I guess that's not true north, but that's south, technically, sorry. If I go south, southeast, southwest, southwest, I guess, is that direction. Anyway, if I go like south-southwest, I can go for miles, and have cell service for Verizon. If I go northeast, northwest, sort of that way, I only have to make it like, it's not even a mile from my house, dead. My phone is dead. As far as Verizon goes, I'm not sure about AT&T, but as far as Verizon goes, it's dead. Now, the only reason I don't have AT&T is because they don't pick up at all. But anyway, I'll be right back. Nature calls, and it's dark outside. I'm gonna go hide. I'll be right back. Alright. Push that crazy chair back in the way, didn't I? Anyway, I'll push that chair out of the way just so you can kind of see all my console stuff here, you know what I mean? Try to get it out of the way. But anyway, what was I saying? I can't remember. No, I'm getting old. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of a gamble. Like my cousin, my cousin won't even order anything because he lives in apartments and he's scared to death. And it's probably justified that his package might get stolen. I mean, it just may. Who knows? If he's not there to actually receive it, to actually hear the dude pull up, and well, I guess he doesn't really hear it. Well, I mean, he kind of probably can hear it, but if you don't literally hear the guy putting the package out there, it's out there for 20 minutes. There's 3 other people that live on each floor. There's 4 people to a floor, or 4 family, 4 apartments to a floor. Who knows? It could get stolen. So that's why when I sent something to Robbie, or Todd sent something to Robbie, we'd send him like a tracking and be like, here you go, this is so you can keep track of it and know when it's going to be delivered, so you can keep an eye on it, because it was ridiculous. Plus, it was in Ohio. I'm not dissing Ohio, but this is a bad part of. There's a bad part of every town or every state. Let's face it. I mean, the way the world is nowadays, I can't say nobody, but there's a lot of dishonest people that will rob you blind if you give them a chance. You know, it's ridiculous. But only time I got packages stolen was at Christmas at my apartment in Washington. I live out in the sticks now, so it could sit out in my days. Yeah, see here, I don't have to worry about packages getting stolen. I've never had a problem with that. The only thing I had problem with here is freaking UPS or FedEx delivering to the wrong house. Let me give you that little for instance. So I said about even if they screw up somehow and actually deliver to the right house, because that's screwing up for them. That's the opposite. You know what I mean? Because the normal is them screwing up. So or the normal is them screwing up. The fucking up part is when they actually deliver to the right house. Anyway, my brother-in-law at the time, he sent me a message. He said, "Hey, did they deliver my phone over to your house? I was supposed to get it today, and it says it's been delivered." I'm like, "No, I haven't seen one, but I'll look around anyway. Look in my mailbox. Look everywhere I can think of that they might have sent a package." So, I just can't fit. Yeah, I mean, they do deliver in mailboxes sometimes. This package could have went in the mailbox. It was a cell phone, so it could easily fit in a mailbox. Which, by the way, I'm probably going to be getting a new phone soon. I love the form factor of these phones, but they just do not do well when you open them up and they got that. You can't put them in any kind of holder, and then you got the bendable screen that doesn't like to, I'm done with it now. It was cool. It doesn't have the battery life. It's at 36% now. It's crazy. But anyway, I'll be getting a new phone here probably for long. I got like $175 to pay off on this, and I'm going to get the flagship phone and just be done with the whole... Anyway, back to my story. So I'm looking everywhere, right? And I'm like, I do not see your phone, but I'll keep looking, buddy. It's like, all right. So I'm like, I'm going to go back to his house, just on the off chance they actually delivered it to his house. I go back there, and at this time, day and age, it's not back there now. They had like a wooden fence, not painted, just a wood color, brown wood, like panel fence around their front yard. So I'm walking up there, and I'm looking around, and there's all kinds of dogs. There still is. Most of which you don't have to worry about biting you, if any of them. But they bark a lot, so... and some of them were big dogs. At that time, they were big dogs, and you don't want to take a chance, and I get that. So I get that they wouldn't have opened the fence and taken it to the porch or nothing like. I understand that, but leave it by the fence door or something. Anyway, so at the time he had an old Ford truck sitting back there. When I say old, 80s, 90s truck, not real old, but sitting back there, and I'm looking around this fence. I'm looking around. I'm like, maybe they left it sitting here. So I was like, maybe they left it in the garage just for some odd reason. So I walked in the garage. I'm looking around. Didn't see it. Go to walk back to my house, because this place is right behind me. Go to walk back over to my property, and I just happen to look over, right? And there's this little tiny box sitting on the corner of the freaking bed of the truck. So like when you're standing there looking at it, it blends right in with the brown of the fence. You can't even see it. But because of the angle I was looking at it from, the garage, I could see it. Who sets a little box on a running vehicle? I mean, it wasn't literally running, but I mean, it was an actual, it was a tagged vehicle for the road, so it's going to be moving, potentially moving at some point. What numbskull would put a freaking box at the corner of the bed of the truck, knowing that if that truck moves, it could fall off? It's got like a $1,400 phone in it. It's an iPhone, for crying out loud. So it's $1,400 easy, maybe more, that it could fall off and get run over by the tire. But it was a little tiny box sitting on the back passenger side corner of the bed, just sitting there, right? Gust of wind could blow it off. Anything could blow, you know. But I couldn't see it when I was up close because I'm looking at the fence, around the fence, and even if I was standing adjacent from it, I couldn't see it because it blended in. But because I was looking at it from a different angle and not necessarily seeing the fence a lot, I saw it. I'm like, well, there it is. But they left it on the corner of the bed of the truck, the top of the, like really, people? Really? Like, you couldn't put it somewhere better? Like, in the garage, on the workbench, maybe? So where, you know, if someone goes in there and sees it, and it's not going to fall off and get run over by another vehicle, or by that vehicle? Like, what is your IQ level? It can't be high. Sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but I would never call anybody stupid, because I don't... A lot of people might disagree with me on this, but I refuse to think anyone is that stupid. But at the same time, people do stupid things, right? Like, all the time. I do it. I'm not saying that I'm perfect by any means. I do stupid stuff myself, but I'm not going to put a $1,400, maybe more dollar phone somewhere where it could potentially get run over. Put it in the truck. How's that? Set it on the bed of the truck. Or, you know, the seat of the truck. The windows were... The door wasn't locked. It's surely not going to have an alarm going off if you open the doors in 80s, 90s freaking car. It didn't exist. Open the door, set it on the seat. So, you know, next time someone goes in, get in that vehicle, there it is. Don't set it on the bed of the truck, knowing that it's not going to take a whole lot for that to fall off. That just... And I'm pretty sure that was FedEx. I know it was FedEx, actually. But, like... I don't get it. Or here's another idea. If the freaking, you know, take a picture of it, or, because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to take a picture of it. Maybe that was before they did that. I'm not sure. I think that might be a relatively new thing. They've been doing it for years, but this has been a long time ago. But just watch where you're putting the stuff at. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me why you would put it somewhere like that, but that's just me. But anyway, coming up on 2 hours here. I'm going to shove off. If anybody has one last comment to make, please make it now. Like I said, 900 subscribers. Going to be doing another giveaway. But that's going to be a while, quite a while. Hopefully not as long as I'm thinking, but it's going to be quite a while. Before that happens. Probably won't hear me say that again until, 850 subscribers. You know what I mean? Something like that. Which isn't far-fetched to think that it might happen in little... I think it's 8:16 last I looked. So, hopefully it won't take very long, because I would love to do another... I would love to have 900 subscribers, but even more so, I would love to do another giveaway. I love doing those. But anyway, and I'll probably be asking for any ideas if there's any different ideas for what to give away and stuff. But again, I'll touch on that a little bit in the future here. Be watching out for some more, for a lot more short videos, shorts. I'm going to try to do some more of them. I need some inspiration for those. I do have a few ideas, so we'll see how that goes. Confirmation photo is a zoomed in picture of the box, like, doesn't help. Yeah, that's just true too. Yeah, like it could have been a picture of the box sitting on their damn seat, for crying out loud. Like, hope you have a good night. Yeah, I hope you have a good night too. Love you. It's like 10 o'clock now, so that's not too bad. I'll probably be out here for a little longer, as long as I'm not trying to fall asleep. Appreciate you stopping in, Lady Scooby-Doo. Appreciate it. always a pleasure to talk to you. I'm sure Chris is going to be bummed that he couldn't. Is Chris all right? Do you know? I mean, I haven't heard from him for a while. If you're still in here, worrying about him a little bit because I did talk to. I didn't get a response from him for a while on Facebook, but he was in the last last giveaway video. I talked to him there, so I think everything's all right, but I'm not sure. I know his mom's in the hospital, and that sucks, obviously. But I hope everything's going good with him. But anyway, appreciate everyone stopping in. Okay, that's good. Appreciate everyone stopping in, and like I said, I'm gonna try to work out some more shorts videos here because they seem to get a lot more views, and I understand why. But yeah, appreciate all of your support. Love y'all. And thanks for watching. And until next time, I'll meet you right back here in the Oasis.